Hi, everyone. Welcome to the new Colossus Sessions. Thank you for joining us. My name is Brad. I'm dialed in from New York City right now, and welcome to the first ever Upstairs Neighbours week, featuring an entire week of some of our favorite Canadian artists. Today, we're lucky enough to be joined by Mo Kenney from Halifax. Toria Summerfield is dialed in from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, and Villages are dialed in also from Halifax. Thank you, everybody, for doing this. It's great to see you.
Hey.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. So it's just been a real pleasure this entire week for me. I get to see a lot of creativity on display. You've pre-recorded some excellent videos, and today we're going to go through alphabetically. And so for now, we will say goodbye to Toria and to Villages, and we'll see you guys very shortly. And Mo Kenney, thank you for joining us. This has been rad. So you got a record called Covers. It just came out into the world and appropriately named. It's some of your favorite artists whose works you have reinterpreted and reimagined. And it's rad to me. Anytime I can say Loudon Wainwright and Big Star in the same sentence, that's a good sentence to have said. So
thanks. Yeah, it just came out. The response has been pretty good so far. And it's been really nice to play all these songs that I've been listening to my whole life that I've loved forever and be able to put my own spin on them, kind of.
Nice. Well, thank you. Let's dive straight in here. You did a very good job in the video of describing these songs and why you chose them. So we'll dive right in right now.
Hey, this is Mo Kenney, and I'm really happy to be part of this new Colossus festival. These two songs were recorded in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia at the New Scotland Yard studio, and they were part of a premiere for my brand new covers record. Hope you enjoy. This song's probably the weirdest choice for this covers record. When I think I was a teenager, maybe younger, maybe I was a child, but I had this Big Shiny Tunes 5 CD that I really loved, and it had this Stone Temple Pilots song on it that I realized is super creepy once I tried covering it. But the chords are really cool. And also I'm pretty creepy, so fits with my vibe.
She turned away, what was she looking at? She was a sour girl the day that she met me. She turned away, what was she looking at? She was a happy girl the day that she left me. She turned away, what was she looking at? She was a sour girl the day that she met me. She turned away, what was she looking at? She was a happy girl the day that she left me. What would you do? What would you do if I followed you? What would you do if I followed? Don't turn away, what are you looking at? He was so happy on the day that he met her. Say, what are you looking at? I was a Superman, but looks are deceiving. The roller coaster ride's a lonely one. I paid a ransom note to stop it from steaming. Hey, what are you looking at? She was a teenage girl when she met me. What would you do? reasons. Okay, this.
Right. Thank you, Mo. Yeah, that is so good, man. That's my favorite
you.
song. I never had the shiny. You said it was Big Shiny Tunes. Was that like?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Big
didn't have
Shiny
that.
Tune 5.
I had number 4. I mean, I had the STP album that it came off of. It was very much my favorite song as well, and you crushed it, man. It sounds great. Yeah, this 12 string sounds so good. The mic sounds so good. Like the effect on your vocal that you chose to put on that sounds so much like Scott's vocal. It's awesome, man. You absolutely killed it. So
Thanks a lot.
yeah. So for anybody who is unfamiliar with your covers record, you're showing us Stone Temple Pilots today and Patsy Cline today. Can you talk about some of the other artists who are also included on the record who have inspired you over the years?
Yeah, so there's a Kinks song that it's not really like, I don't know if it's a real popular one, but I heard it for the first time again when I was a teenager, and it blew my mind. It's called "I'm Not Like Everybody Else."
I heard it for the first time like 2 weeks ago, last week when I started really listening to your record. It's like, huh, dude, what are these things? Like I got to dig a lot deeper into a lot of art, like hugely well known artists, but tracks that I didn't necessarily know.
Yeah, and I find it's always like my favorite songs are always the ones that aren't really like the maybe everyone's favorite. So it's cool. Like people are like, "Who sings that song?" And you're like, "That's the Kinks," you know? Like
yeah. Or dude, that's Tom Petty. That was another one. It's like, dude,
Yeah.
you're so bad. Like, where is that song from?
Yeah. And what else is on there? There's a Guided by Voices song on there. Yeah, it's super random mix of artists. Actually, this is kind of a funny thing that I just realized last night. Speaking of covers, I put a cover song on my second record, In My Dreams, and Villages have another band called Mardine, and they wrote this song Telephones, and I covered it and put it on that record, and it's such a good song. So if you haven't heard it, go listen.
Nice. Well, we've got to bring these guys in for just a second. Well, we're going to keep this Mo centric, but just that, I mean, how cool is that? That's awesome.
Hey guys.
Hey, well, thanks for the shout out. And
Yeah.
your version, Telephones, is like you took it to where to new heights and probably
Absolutely,
yeah.
Thanks for writing a fucking awesome song. The best chorus I've ever heard in my life.
Nice. Well, there's a lot of, we'll say farewell to Villages one more time, and then we'll see you guys very soon. And Mo, and also you mentioned the Guided by Voices song. I wanted to talk about the instrumentation and who else is on your record. I know that Joel played piano on that, and there's also some mandolining that I wanted to talk to you about. I know that there is a mandolin that exists in your life right now as a result of you having gotten it from Joel. Is that something that you've been? Actually, I'm sorry. I'm asking like 6 questions at the same time. Can you tell us a little bit about
keeping track of it.
a little about the players who played on the covers record with you?
Yeah, so it's just Joel and I that played on the covers record. So all the guitar stuff is me, and then the Kinks tune has organ on it, and Joel played that, and then the Guided by Voices song was played on piano, and Joel played the piano on that. But yeah, I was in the studio one day and I was playing his mandolin. We were rehearsing for one of his shows because I was going to play with him before everything shut down, of course. But I couldn't put it down. I loved it, and I hadn't really played mandolin much before. And he came across a cheap one at an antique shop that's just basically glued together. I don't know how it's still functioning, but he got it for me, and I've been writing a bunch of stuff during quarantine, and the mandolin has been on all my demos and stuff. So probably whatever record I put out next will feature some of this scrappy mandolin.
Nice. Good. Well, we'll look forward to seeing it. Thank you again for putting this beautiful video together that we're about to check out more from. Are you ready? I think we'll just dive right into it. You do a very good job of explaining what we're listening to in the video itself. Are you ready to dive in?
Yeah, let Past Me talk about it.
This one is a Patsy Cline tune. It's called You Belong to Me.
I grew up in West Gore, which, if you don't know where that is, it's a very rural place in Nova Scotia. My grandparents lived there as well, and I spent a lot of time at their place, and we hung out in the kitchen all the time, and that's where their little radio was. And it was always on, the country station, playing old country tunes. And that's, I think that's where my love for old country started. I didn't really like it very much when I was a little kid, but I love it now.
See the pyramids along the Nile, watch the sunrise from a tropic isle. Just remember, darling, all the while you belong to me. See the marketplace in old Algiers, send me photographs and souvenirs. Just remember, when a dream appears, you belong to me. I'll be so alone without you here. And maybe you'll be lonesome too, and blue. Fly the ocean in a silver plane, see the jungle when it's wet with rain. Just remember, till you're home again, you belong to me. I'm gonna be so alone without you here. And maybe you'll be lonesome too, and blue. Fly the ocean in a silver plane, see the jungle when it's wet with rain. Just remember, till you're home again, you belong to me.
All right, Mo, thank you.
Thank you.
And yeah, that sounds so good. The internet agrees. The internet's on board. Let me show you some of these nice things that people have to say. Tomi Oho is on board. Love from Saskatchewan. Stephen is watching from Vancouver. Thanks for this. Andy Iverson had the pleasure of meeting you at Manchester Castle Hotel back in May of 2017.
Oh, yeah. That was such a nice gig. Hey, Andy.
And Stefan Aronson. It was so great to be in person with you all last year. This is like it's kind of for me, it's a good substitute-ish. I mean, it kind of feels like we're hanging out together. Obviously, there is no such thing as a substitute for real live music. You can't digitize beer, you can't digitize sweat and like actually shaking somebody's hand and all that. But in the meantime, while we can't do any of those normal things, I really appreciate you. The new Colossus Festival, everybody really appreciates you guys coming together and doing this, man. It feels good. I got goosebumps from that Patsy Cline. I mean, you transmitting goosebumps through the internet.
Sweet. Yeah, I appreciate being here too. It's so nice to do anything music related and to speak to other human beings that aren't, in my bubble of people.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. I haven't left the house today, but I mean, hanging out with kind of in Halifax and kind of in Saskatoon at the same time, and appreciate it very much. You sounded wonderful, and would you
Thanks,
help
Brad.
me to welcome Toria Summerfield, dialing in from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan?
Yay.
Toria, how's it going? All right, Mo, thank you very much. We'll see you at the
Thanks,
end of the
Brad.
program. All right.
Bye, guys.
Bye. All right. Toria, thank you for being here. I feel, let's see, are we kind of, can you tell us a little bit actually first? We're going to listen to 2 songs of yours from the 2020 album, From Her Rib, and then we'll also listen to one from Planet X. Congratulations to you. Yeah, could you tell us a little bit about this record? Toria, I'm not sure if you're hearing me like late or whatever. I think I'm just gonna dive into it.
Yeah, definitely. So
We're off by like 10 seconds, maybe. You're going to hear this in a couple of seconds. I'm just going to play back the video. You've done such a great job of putting this together. I really appreciate you joining us live, but I think we'll just dive straight into the video right now. We've got one from the 2020 album, From Her Rib, and one from the 2018 album, Planet X. And past Toria does a wonderful job of explaining what's happening in these videos, so we'll just let that roll.
good evening, everyone. I'm picturing you at home right now. My name's Toria Summerfield, and I'll be playing you some of my songs tonight, along with my friend Dean Gauthier, the most talented bass player I've ever met. Thank you so much for having me here tonight and for listening to my songs. This first one I'm going to play for you is called Ragdoll. And a ragdoll is just an unlovable thing. So I hope you enjoy. I can hear your applause from at home. This next song that I'm going to play for you is called Cherry Pie, and I wrote it as a bit of a freestyle, so if that's what it sounds like, that's what it is. So enjoy. Bubblegum ice cream in the sky. Do you always cry when you say goodbye? I know I'm not your
Thank you, Toria. Man, that was so good. I loved the video itself, like the projections in the background, the songwriting, the everything. I mean, it was really nicely representative of the entire catalog. So that let's see. I think all right, we've lost you here. I'm going to take you off here, but then I'm going to try. We'll see what happens here. Maybe I don't. You might be able to hear me. You're on mute right now, but I'm just gushing your praises right now. If you can hear me, the first song that we heard was from the 2020 album From Her Rib. The next one from 2018's Planet X, and then we also heard. Oh man, okay. We also heard Great Aim, which that was the third song, was unreleased, so it really was spanning across all aspects of the catalog. So Toria, thank you very much for doing this. And I think now it is time to welcome Villages from Halifax. Villages, thank you for joining us, guys.
Hey, how's it going? Oh.
Yeah, it's good, man. Everything's good. I like this. I'm enjoying myself very much. I'm enjoying my Thursday afternoon and the Upstairs Neighbours week. Congratulations to you guys, because not so long ago, Upon the Horizon was released. It's out in the world right now, and congratulations. Right, we're about to hear some music from it, I believe.
Yeah. Thanks. Yeah.
All right. We'll dive straight in. You guys again have done a quite a good job of. I got the wrong video queued up. We'll go into the correct video instead of the wrong video right now.
We just released an EP this past November. It's called Upon the Horizon. This is the title track.
Destination with the canteen compass and space. It's million miles away. Up all night, I'll build a fire. We'll wait on water to the waist. Wrapped up in the heat, go back on the beach, watch the lake's crystals caper away. As I gather a pipe window skin, cast a high misty morning. Up all night till the sun comes up on the day. Shelter the embers, keep the coals kindled for this. When we're doing nothing, keep on happiness at bay. The millions tell today. Up all night, I'll build a fire, we'll water to the waist. Wrapped up in the heat, we're back on the beach, watch the lake's crystals caper away. As I gather a pipe window skin, cast a high on a misty morning. Up all night till sun comes up on the day. On me, on me. Up all night, upon the horizon. Up all night, I'll build a fire. We'll wait and water to the waist. Wrapped up in the heat, we're back on the beach, watch the lake's crystals caper away. As I gather a pipe window skin, cast a high on a misty morning. As I gather a pipe window skin, cast a high on a misty morning. Up all night, till the sun comes up on the day. Up all night, till the sun comes up on the day. Up all night, till the sun comes up on the day.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Man, that was really everything about that was so well done. Like the sort of like fade the camera like looking off into the distance at the end of it. The production's beautiful. Your performance is beautiful. It's just total pleasure on my side to be able to check it out. Can we talk a little bit about what it felt like, man? Have you had the chance to get into a proper actual space and make reasonable amounts of noise a lot lately? At all lately? Was that the first time you've done this since lockdown, or have you had the chance to actually do it a couple times?
We've done it like a handful of times, but no, it's pretty rare. So it was awesome to be able to get together and play, and actually playing with a drummer, like as a full band, is something very new to us. So it was fun to get to do that.
Good. What was that place in Halifax? The venue itself. I wanted to shout out to them. I mean, that was so well done. Where was that done?
It was done at Sonic Temple Studio in Halifax.
Nice.
Beautiful
Yeah.
place. Yeah.
Thank you, Sonic Temples. Cool camera movements with the lights behind everybody's heads. I'm not going to geek out too much on the production part of it. It was awesome, man. It's more about the music than it is about the video production, but it's just you guys all really top shelf stuff. So thank you for doing it. Can we talk a little bit about where you're at in terms of new music coming out? So Upon the Horizon came out not long ago. That was November. So you put out a quarantine EP. Can you talk about where you're at in the process of new music? Are you guys writing, recording, mastering, done, just waiting to release?
We're writing. So the idea is to get another album together. And I'd say from a writing perspective, we're pretty much there. So we're hoping to get into the studio and get laying it down in the summertime.
Nice. Have you guys been able to spend time with each other? I mean, are you podded up enough that you can actually be in the same room, or has there been a lot of distance collaboration happening over the last many months?
We can get together now, but I think in the early days of the pandemic, we weren't able to get together, so we were sort of writing remotely and sharing ideas remotely. And Upon the Horizon EP, that's how that kind of came together. So although we can get together now, I feel like we're kind of doing that more as a result of having to do it during the pandemic. So a bit of both. We're getting together, but also sort of keeping on with the sharing ideas and writing remotely.
Yeah. Do you find that it changes the content, like the lyrical content, or just the vibe and the feeling of what you want to write about when you are collaborating across digital space? Or do you feel like you write and you sound like Villages regardless of the medium that you use to make those collaborations happen?
It's a great question. I hope the latter. I don't know. I think it's probably whether we're together or apart, we're still writing in a similar vein,
Yeah, I think it does. I don't know. It kind of forces you to think a little bit differently from my end, maybe not so much lyrically, but you get more time to sit with ideas, and you're not sort of trying to produce them live in a room. So I think it's in some ways it's given. I feel like you have more freedom in some ways, but nothing trumps getting together and jamming with the band. So there's pros and cons to doing it each way, I guess, is the moral of my story here.
Yeah, that was a good story, man. I liked that story, and I like the video that goes along with it. I mean, this is really the point of this is music, and I mean, I'm stoked that we got that. I mean, Mike and Steve and Leo, the new Colossus partners, put this together with so many partners in Canada, and it's great to give you guys a reason to get together in a room and do this thing. I mean, it's a total pleasure for me to watch this video, and yeah, man, it's just great all the way around. And let's dive back into it. And we're hearing 2/3 of the EP, right? But we heard the title track. We're about to hear Glistening Hum. So there's only one tune that we are not hearing off the EP. So thank you guys again for sharing this. Yeah, let's dive back in.
This is Glistening Hum.
Laying wide awake now. Oh, how you let my heart down. Love can rush us under. memory to fade out. All I can say is the dawning of the day now. I'm better off here somehow. Life's raised in the downs, and all while I'm numb with the glistening hum. All while I'm numb with the glistening hum. All while I'm numb with the glistening hum. Parts of you still wallow, lost in mossy meadows, in the winters of my mind. I'm hauled by a dull wind and a dull draw. Gone are the days on my memory to fade out. All I can say is the dawning of the day now. I'm better off here somehow. Life's raised in the downs, and no while I'm numb with the glistening hum. Oh, while I'm numb with the glistening hum. Oh, while I'm numb with the glistening hum. All I can say, it's the dawning of the day now. I'm better off here somehow. Life's raised in the downs, and oh, while I'm numb with the glistening hum. 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 Oh, while I'm numb with the glistening hum.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Well, dude, I've enjoyed this very, very much. Have you guys set a deadline on yourself for when the writing of the new when we can expect new music, or are you giving it just letting it breathe and being a bit more open ended with it?
We don't have a hard deadline. We're trying not to be open ended with it. But like I said, the writing is there. It's just a matter of getting in the studio and getting it together.
Yeah. Well, good, man. We will. I'm glad that you guys have a project and you're creatively engaged. The creative engagement that was on display from everybody today was awesome. Let us welcome back Mo Kenney, and let us also welcome back Toria Summerfield. Thank you to everybody who did this today, man. This has been rad. Villages, new music on the way. Everybody, new music on the way. Whether these things are have concrete dates behind them or not, we'll stay tuned and hopefully can join forces here in New York City 2022 for new Colossus. Who knows, man? But
Hope so.
Yeah, back when the world exists again and we can get out of our houses and do these things not on the internet. But dude, this was an excellent way to spend time on the internet. I feel really good about this.
Great.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out a sign off. It's not just me gushing about everybody, but I don't know, man. I think that's the end of it. Toria, thank you. Mo, thank you. Villages, thank you guys so much, and enjoy the rest of your Thursday afternoons.
Thanks, Brad. Bye, guys.
See ya.